For everybody holding XRP, today must feel like a good day. And the reason I'm saying that is because XRP was actually the top gainer in the entire top 100. Right now, it seems the price charts are a little bit glitchy looking, as I think anybody can see, because for some reason XRP is still on top here, ranked by 24 hours, even though, oh, here it refreshed. There we go. So as you can see right now, the number is actually the greatest. It's a little bit glitchy though, but yeah, that's pretty funny. So I understand you must be asking yourself, what's going on with XRP? And no, we have not gotten ourselves the ETF. We've not gotten ourselves the lawsuit being finished, the settlement, the payment amount, etc. No, we have not got ourselves Ripple going public. No, we've not gotten ourselves the banking announcement, but we did have something else that's quite interesting. I will first say, though, that one thing that's quite peculiar when it comes to XRP is that to cover crypto news on the channel every single day, look at a lot of news websites. I look at all of them with all their lists stacked up of all the crypto news. And you know what's funny? That on almost all of them, except for one, because they never cover XRP stuff, XRP articles are almost always at the top of the top, which shows me there is such crazy interest in XRP. It's just the price that's messing up a little bit. But I think if you really start looking deep, the community and I guess just the excitement, it's still there. It's just been kind of laying under a little bit of a blanket, let's call it. But I still do believe the moment that the bull run hits hard and many of our top altcoins go for a hard run, XRP will shine. Now, again, if somebody's new to crypto, I would never tell them, hey, maybe start out with an XRP. Last cycle I would have, and this cycle, maybe a little bit later, I will again. But right now, as we speak, it just seems that it's not really the narrative for these cryptos, but I know that every cycle it looks that way, and you have to see through it. You have to see it from the perspective of Bitcoin first, Ethereum second, all these major altcoins afterwards, and then smaller and smaller alts. So at a phase like this, it seems we're going from Bitcoin to Ethereum, so it's not wise to buy any other altcoin, really. But soon enough, that will change. And so in theory, it's not stupid to be stacking up right now in case that's going to happen, which will probably be within a few months. Having said that, I think the majority of people got excited over this announcement, as Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, was also bragging a little bit. He was telling a little story. Institutional adoption of XRP and ICP gets boost with new CME benchmarks. CME Group and the CF benchmarks will debut real-time indices for XRP and ICP. They will debut on July 29th. Reference rates will be published once a day at 4 p.m. London time. So if you want to know what happened, CME is the world's leading derivatives marketplace, and CF benchmarks, the leading provider of crypto benchmark indices, are bolstering the institutional adoption of crypto with the launch of 2 new reference rates and real-time indices for both XRP and Internet Computer. And they just put up a quick little post to which the CEO of Ripple said, "This is the first step towards institutional crypto products. It's to have a trusted benchmark reference rate. Nice to see CME Group and CF benchmarks collaborate on this for an XRP index. The market has spoken." And it's actually quite funny because when I look back at a video from a few days ago, there was a ETF specialist that said the market is not really interested in an XRP ETF. And even though I'm not saying that this proves it is interesting to see Brad Garlinghouse's wording, and I do wonder how they perceive it all. Because when looking back at those videos where they were asking, hey, is an XRP ETF coming up? They were being so silent instead of saying, no, it's not in the plans, haha. To which I always think, if it's something you're thinking about doing or you're trying to, you're going to be vague and be like, oh, well, I can't speak on that. If it's something you're not interested in, it's probably not going to happen. I think it's quite safe to say that you're not looking at it at this time. Then again, perhaps that's different coming from somebody like Brad, and perhaps similarly with BlackRock, because they know they can ruin careers that way. Okay, about like 40 minutes has passed because just been looking at more and more of this XRP news, or at least what people have been sharing. And one of the most funny things I can tell you guys right now is that even though I think a lot of people who have been holding for many, many years might now think about selling, if you really start looking into it, the community is actually a lot stronger than it has been in a long time. And perhaps it's just because everybody now understands the same pain, and because in this like little bull phase earlier in the year, many other altcoins were doing well. But now that almost everything is doing shitty, some of the XRP holders don't feel so alone no more. And since XRP is not underperforming things, people get in the right mindset again. Anyway, let me rephrase what I said earlier in the vid. There are still many signs out there that whatever we've seen is just the start. And again, I see so many articles being written about it, so many hyped up, hopeful type of things. Ripple Labs co-founder says XRP is designed for a 2,000,000% price rally. Those type of things, I think we're too old for that. We're not in here anymore to start discussing any of these crazy price targets. It's just not the time for it. I know it can be fun, and I definitely would like to entertain it if the market's set for it. But right now, the most important focus anybody's got to have is, why should I hold which token? Which token to buy when? Should I buy the dip? Yes or no? If you really start thinking about those questions properly, instead of how high can it go, you're going to get way more success. And I know people will only want to hear the easiest thing, because I've been making these videos for a while. And I know if I title the video, why XRP could hit $57, there'd be way more excitement than why I think holding XRP is not actually stupid. Now, I personally think, though, that why holding XRP is not stupid is a way better question. Again, the thesis being, if we hold on for probably, let's say, about a year or so, there's a very good chance that that's going to hit that 70-week period where everything booms. Because again, a cycle, 4 years long, usually goes along the lines of 70 weeks of accumulation, 70 weeks of peak, 50 weeks of bear market. That bear market ended what? November 2022. 70 weeks from there, let's call it that, maybe 6 weeks or whatever. 6 weeks ago, a couple months ago, this new 70 weeks of peak started. Somewhere in there is where we just go for an insane rally. Bitcoin hits its all-time high, where it comes basically down from. Altcoins, the rest starts to peak. And somewhere in that period, things like XRP will probably go for a crazy rally, which is why I think it's fine to hold. However, it might be a very good correction in the midst before that happens, and that's just the risk. And that's why I'm always so easy holding it, why I'm always so chill here, because I understand if I really feel stressed out, I got to just log out for a couple of months and I'll be way better off than we are right now. It's just as simple as that. I know that every single day, if you're looking at every single day, it can get annoying, but you're just probably overthinking about it, unless you're thinking about replacement costs, which is a valid argument. And at that point, I'm going to say, if you've got everything in one basket, you're playing the game wrong. It's stupid. Don't do that. I always put up the analogy of the golden geese or goose. If you got a golden goose that lays golden eggs, it's nice to just have as many of them or feed it as good as possible, but it's actually kind of smart to also feed some other geese, because what if your golden goose dies? What if? Chance is small, he's from gold, what is he going to die from? But it could happen. Or if 1 year he lays no harvest, like we've seen a couple of years now, no eggs, nothing gold. You still have your golden goose, sure, but it's worth a lot less if it ain't laying no eggs. So at that point, you would have preferred to have some normal geese, because at least they got eggs, and perhaps for some chance, they were actually freaking diamond eggs. You couldn't see it from the outside. You didn't know, but they were diamond. Like I said, looking through it though, still, I don't know, it still excites me for some reason. Just seeing how much time and effort we have put into uncovering this lawsuit and everything developing. From first talking only about tech to, ODL got launched and all these cool things. Even back in 2017, things were so exciting. 7 years further. And still, we haven't continued the crazy run, but I guess all the more power to it for a crazy, crazy run. If it does not happen in this cycle, by the way, then there's no more justifying it. I know many people have said, man, I'm buying this for the next 10 years, and that's all good. I still think, again, that it will probably do well. I'm just talking about which other thing would do better. And again, this only is the case if XRP did not have one secret plan that I don't know about. Meaning, if you look at the comments, there's many people who say, you know what, XRP was actually destined for this and that and this, that. There have been secret arrangements. There have been bigger plans. You just have to wait it out because they are choosing the right time. If that's the case, let me zip my mouth and let's just wait. But I'm saying this for the majority of people who just can't believe that story. Again, whenever I say this, people in the comments say, man, I know why I'm buying XRP. And I'll say to you, good job, sir. But some people don't like that wishful thinking of it's the golden goose, basically. And if you don't, spread your risk by buying multiple things. But more importantly, if you ask me, do it so where it makes most sense at that point of the cycle. And that's about it.